are back for episode 5, Situationships versus Relationships. And yes, I am not at the table today, y'all. I'm gonna be real with you straight up. I'm not at the table because I'm super sore and my back's really hurting me. I work out and I have a physical job. So I just need to be on the couch and sitting more comfortably. So that's why we're not on the table today. But also, actually, I do just want to say too, we're at a dimmer light. Yes, I know. That's just the vibe, the flow. That's just what I'm feeling. So yeah, hope you guys are kind of fucking with it, Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Be like, yeah, we're fucking with the couch vibe. Bitch, go back to the table. Let me know. Anyways, we're going to talk about situationships versus relationships. I wanted to talk about that in today's episode because given my last episode, which shout out to my 2 guests, and shout out to y'all because y'all are loving it. Y'all are showing us mad love. Um, y'all are telling me that you really enjoyed it and it was really funny. So thank you for that. I'm glad. But stemming from not stemming, I say that word so much. Stemming from that, like the conversations about sex and, certain things that we talked about in that episode, I figured we could kind of carry into this week's episode. And because we live in 2026, let's be for real. Situationships are super normalized, like super normalized now. People don't even be getting into real relationships. So I really think that that is such a great conversation. And I'm also going to speak from my experience. I'm going to speak from my experience. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth, right? Because we talk the truth over here and that's just what it is. And yes, I'm using my iPad today as my notes because I need my reference. And yeah. So when y'all see me, that's what I'm doing, looking at my iPad. All right. I hope y'all ready. So first up, right? Let's be so for real. Dating in your 20s is ghetto. Like straight up it's ghetto. And I think honestly just dating in society and just what we live in right now is just not it. And it's hard. Like if you didn't find or meet the love of your life in high school or at a younger age, or you're a part of you're not a part of the older generation. I don't know what it's called. I don't know about that stuff, but if you're not old school, this is gonna apply to you. Um Dating just ain't it. Like people are weird. Times is weird. Shit is weird. Like people don't know how to be real either and just say what it is or like say their intentions. Like, and y'all men out there, matter of fact, men and women, I'm not just gonna put it to one gender. Men and women, y'all need to keep it a buck. Y'all need to be honest. Say what's up. Like, if you are just trying to fuck, let that be known. Don't sit here and waste nobody's time. Don't sit here and play with people's feelings. No, that's just what it is. Hey, I want to fuck. Point blank, period. If you're cool, if you with it, you with it. If you're not, you're not. If you're trying to actually build something and build a relationship, then Great, beautiful. That also needs to be known. I think everyone needs to state their intentions off rip. Like, stop playing games. Don't lie. Don't beat around the bush. Nobody has time for that, bro. The times we live in, shit is scary. Like, we don't have time for that. So stop doing that. Honestly, nobody really knows what's going on. Like, nobody's claiming anybody. People just be acting like they're in a couple. Guys, I'm a little tired. I can't even hold you, but we do what we got to do. People act like they are a couple. They act like they're in a relationship. They do relationship type things. They fuck, spend nights together, but we don't claim each other. That's not my man. Or that's my man. That's not my man. We all know we love to say. We all know, ladies, stop. We all know we got that one man. That's my man. That's not my man. Like, we all got one of those. But it's like, what? That's crazy. Because at the end of the day, this is what I mean by nobody's claiming anybody. And it's kind of like I feel like situationships are just so tricky because you're just not fully committed to each other. And it's like, it's just, I think they're messier and they're harder because nobody knows what the fuck is really like going on, like what's really good, truthfully. Um, let's be for real here. That's just how it is. Um, and that's crazy. The older generation will look at us and be like, y'all some fucking dummies. Or y'all are just like, get it together. That ass. That's what I mean. You ain't gonna lie. Um, let's let's get into what a situationship even is. I mean, we know what a situationship is, but let's like really talk about it. Let's really freaking talk about it. The situationship is like, okay, like I just said, we acting like we in a relationship, we moving like we in a relationship, but we're actually not. We talk every single day. We check up on each other like, yo, did you eat? How was your day? Da 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 da. We fuck. We do activities. Not every obviously every situationship has their own rules and does their own things. But if we got a bond, we got a connection, we got a friendship, and then we fuck or we partake in certain things that couples do, that's a situationship. Point blank, period. That's just what it is. Now my thing is, right, situationships, I think too, because it's like uncertainty and confusion, it leads to more toxicity. Because at the end of the day, right, if you're in a situationship, I feel like one person is most likely gonna catch more feelings or gonna be like, oh, what are we? Or like, oh, I want to be serious with you. Like, I want to put a label on it. I want to be official. I want you to be my partner. And that I think is where, like, if the other person is in a totally different space with it, they'll be like, oh, yeah, no. Like, and then that's where it kind of just gets chaotic and can also be toxic. For example, right? Oh, God. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. I want to say for the past couple years, I've been in a un I don't even know. I've been in a basically a situationship, but I don't want to say like it's just like it's a straight up situationship. This is so confusing. It is a situationship. We are friends. We are friends. That is a friendship. A very good, close, locked in friendship. But it's also giving and has been situationship for the past couple years because for one, I don't sleep with my friends. Like just my friend. My homeboys are my homeboys. They're my friends. That's it. We're not we're people. We're cool. Like we're cool. So that already is just more of like a that also gives more situationship for me. Um we fought. We be toxic. We go through it. That motherfucker has taken me on some wicked roller coasters, okay? And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like I'ma just be so real. I this that situation has brought out so much of my toxic side and my crazy. Like it's brought out shit that I didn't even know I had in me, that I didn't even know like I was capable of feeling or saying or doing. Like honestly, this is my most crazy I've ever been when dealing with a man. This has also been my most stuck I've ever been dealing with a man. Like when I talk about a choke hold, honey, those memes that be like, oh, your situationship be like harder to get out of than actual relationship. The situationship breakups be worse than the actual relationship breakups. Yeah. Um, yeah. Speaking from experience, yes. I don't want to say too much, but all of that is a fact. Like it's hard. But then like I said, like I was saying before, every situationship has its own rules and has its own reasons um as to why they are a situationship or certain like boundaries, right? So like in mine had its certain boundaries and certain reasons and things, that have been stated with both of us. So that's in my situation. But like not everybody, you know, like not everybody also is going to understand that too, which also kind of makes it more like confusing, but it does it is very normalized. And honestly, besides like for me in my case, right? It's a situationship or was a situationship for certain reasons, but also for me like straight up I haven't been ready for the full commitment to anybody since my ex. Because I've just been so focused on building my life and doing what I have to do and growing and starting new ventures. So it's like I've been so worried about pouring into me and pouring into what I got going on that honestly, I don't have the energy, nor do I want to find the time or the energy to pour into someone else. Just point blank, period. That's what it is. I have so much healing that I'm trying to do. And don't cancel me, guys. But also, I love my situationship. Like, I love that man down bad. But, anyways, um, and also that the situationship in a way it works for me. Like, to be honest. And yes, please don't cancel me, guys. Don't cancel me. Cause I know it's like, ugh, girl, what do you mean? But it has worked for me. And it did work for me because I could be focused on myself and focus on what I need to be focused on. And I have a beautiful connection and relationship with that person at the end of the day and friendship. So I'm cool with that. That's my case though. But like I said, it's hard because I feel like in a way too, people could take a situationship and be like, "Oh, because we're technically not together, I'm free to fuck Sally, Tanya, and Bethany and then still act like you my girl." Or, vice versa. I could fuck Tom, Dick, and Harry, but I'm coming home to Joe and we're gonna do what we do. And he gonna act like he my man, but he's technically not my man, so I'm free to do whatever. I think that people do be staying in situationships. Me hitting my chin. People stay in situationships a lot for those reasons because they're still free to be outside, but also like somewhat have somebody at home or somebody we locked in, but I'm still outside. When it's like, it don't gotta be all that. Like, bro, stop. Something's ready. um, but dead ass. And I just think that people it comes down to like communication and just being straight up and saying your intentions and saying what you want. Like, if there's nothing holding you back, shouldn't be in a situationship. Like, you could be for real and tied down with that person. If that's something that you want. If that's something that you don't want and you want to still, let's say, be outside, then again, that also could be communicated with. Like, not everybody is monogamous. That's not everyone's cup of tea, which is totally cool. But say that straight up. Say it. Like, don't stop playing with people. It's really actually fucked up. Like, y'all really be playing with people's feelings and emotions. And the world is such a scary place. Like, we don't need to do that. So, y'all need to stop that shit. It's not cute. At this big fucking age. I hate that shit. Shit gets me tight. My next thing I'm going to talk about, right, is why people stay in the situationships. Let's be for real. It's easy to always blame the other person, right? But people stay in things for a reason. Like, we got free will, thank God. But we got free will. We can make our own choices. We choose to do certain things. So now sometimes it's like, okay, you could like that person too much. You don't want to lose them. Um Or this one right here. I don't relate to this one, but I'm just saying I know a lot of women, especially, that can relate to this, hoping that that person will change. Like being in it and then being like, okay, maybe we'll actually be a real couple. Maybe we'll actually put a title on it and actually be together. Like maybe he'll change from not wanting that situationship. Maybe he'll really want me. But let me tell y'all something. This goes for men and women, but the reason why I'm saying this more towards women, like I said, women are more known and prone to do this. And I know personally a lot of women that have had this mindset and, think these things. Stop trying to change these grown ass men. Like, stop trying to change these grown ass men. Stop trying to, you know, hold on to this picture that of what y'all could be or what y'all used to be. I'm gonna specifically talk about the what y'all could be because at the end of the day, right? You got to take people for face value. Take people for what they are. Take people for what they say. Take people for their fucking actions. Like, don't sit here and be like, oh, maybe I could do X, Y, and Z, hoping that I could change this man's mind or hoping that, he'll choose to really fully be with me and he'll fully choose me. Because you do that, you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. And yes, I'm speaking from experience. You're going to set yourself up for disappointment. Like, that's just what it is. Take them for their face value. Take them for what is happening in the moment. Like, stop with the what if or I'm really hoping or maybe. No. Because at the end of the day, right, what's meant to happen is going to happen. Like, God is going to show you. And what is meant for you will be for you, will find its way to you. And that's just what it is. And I wholeheartedly believe that. And I've really learned too over the past like 2 years of my life, you dead ass gotta take people for face value. Like, take them exactly for what they showing you. Stop hoping, stop thinking that they're a good person or stop thinking this, that, the third. No. Think what they're showing you. That's it. Like, straight up. And the whole like holding on to the past, that's something that I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's something that I'm currently struggling with right now. Like, holding on to what somebody used to be or what it or we used to be. Like, people do change, people do evolve, situations change, things change. So you kind of got to either just adapt, go with that flow, or B, you don't want to go with that flow, you're not here for the change, dip. Not it's hard. I know it's hard and I know I'm making it seem like it's so easy. I know it's hard, but dead ass, you either adapt and try to change, not try to change, but try to accept the change and go with that flow of things and stay for the ride, especially if you really ride for that person. Or if you're not here for it, then you got to just cut your ties and go go about your business, go on your way and do what's best for you. Pick you and your peace first. That's what I got to say about that. But trust, I know that shit is hard. For sure, for sure. Um at the end of the day, right? Too, with that, remember if someone wants to, they will. Like I said, you got free will. Everybody has free will. So if they want to, they will. That's it. I sometimes that's not always though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's not always black and white though. Cause now that I'm saying that, I'm thinking about it. That ain't always black and white. Cause maybe sometimes someone will want to, but because of certain things, they can't at the moment. But that's also where communication is very important and comes a long way. But in more normal situations, if they want to, they would. Um, and I don't know. That's what I say about that. And know the difference of waiting for somebody to be ready or waiting for them to choose you. Because if you're waiting for somebody to choose you, that moment might never come. And you missing out on something else, a totally different opportunity in someone else that is choosing you. Like like choosing you 100%. Y'all see my face? It is because as I'm saying these things, like certain things I'm saying, like are really resonating with me. And I'm like, bitch, take your own motherfucking advice. Like, y'all see me look to the side and be like, damn, that's really what I'm saying to myself. Ooh, man. Yo, I be preaching, but I don't listen sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Girl, girl. I think at the end of the day, we all know what situationships bring and what they are. And my thing is, if you cool with it and you cool with, certain things you're benefiting from that and it's rocking with you and your life and what you got going on, then by all means. But when it's not, and let's say you start in the situationship, but then you realize like, yo, I want more. That is okay. That is totally okay. You should communicate that with that other person. And if they don't want the more and they think that what y'all got and where y'all at is just fine for them, that's also okay. That could be fine for them. But if it is no longer fine for you, then say that. And you know what you got to do. Don't wait for them to choose you. Don't wait for them to, hit you with the, oh, I'll think about it. Maybe in a couple of months or in a certain amount of time, I'll be ready to really make you my girl and to really be with you. Don't do that. Just straight up be like, I want more. This ain't for me anymore. And if they would it, they would it. If they not, they not. And that's where it comes with you having to choose yourself. And you have to just do what's best for you because you don't want to stay in something, right? That's hurting you just to not lose the person. And granted, I've been in that shit, right? I truly have. But with me, like I sat with it and I'm like, you know what? I realized that them not being in my life is going to hurt me more over something that I absolutely 100% do not want. I am not I'm not cool with. I know that. So I'm making that certain call and that certain decision. And that's when I would choose to stay or be in certain situations. Like you got to really make the choice for you and know what you really want and what will really work for you best at the end of the day. Not Don't make those decisions because you know you're thinking about other people, or you're hoping for something. No. Make the decision for you and what you really want. And that's it. Um and remember, right? Because they can be super fun until they're not fun. When you feel like you are hurting more from the situation and being in it rather than, you know, being happy and gaining whatever you're gaining and benefiting from it, that's a good sign of when you know you gotta probably walk away. And that does hurt. And I think that's why, too, low key, they say that situationship breakups are harder than real relationship breakups because there was so much uncertainty and like so much like, damn, could have been like we shared all this and we weren't even together. And I think that's why, too, it's so hard because it's like we were, at the end of the day, we were never really together. So, my advice is to just communicate at the end of the day. If the situationship is for you and it's what you need and it works for you in your life, then by all means, don't let society, people judge you or like plant certain seeds into your head. Do what works for you. And if you think it's for you and then you feel that it's not for you anymore, communicate that. Communicate that. Do not stay in something and get dragged along because you are just going to hurt yourself a lot more down the line. So know what you want, think about it, pray about it. God will show you, God will help you, God will lead you. And communicate, guys. Damn, communication is key. Communication and comprehension is so important. Like, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna close this out. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched the other episodes, watch, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure to follow the Instagram. Y'all already know Life's Table Talk. Whole lot of gra gra boom. Love y'all. Stay tuned for episode 6. Bye.